All right, cool. Hello, everybody. Today is July 13th, 2023, and this is the Cluster API provider Azure office hours. We abide by the CNC of Code of Conduct, which means please be respectful to each other and raise your hand before talking. And yeah, so I'm going to get started with the recurring topics. So I'm gonna just mute for a sec, and if anyone is new to this meeting or would like to introduce themselves, please go ahead. And I think everybody here has been around, so cool. And then yeah, make sure you add your name to the attendee list above. Okay, so we just have a few open discussion topics today. I'm not sure who put the PSAs, but I mean, I can also announce them. But whoever did that can feel free to take over.
I put them in there, but yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you want to click on the 110 release, the features there pretty much summarize the main changes. It's the Ashutosh release, basically.
Yeah, big congrats to getting all that workload identity and stuff in. I think that's a really good feature. And also, yeah, a lot of work put into that. But yeah, so basically 110 has released, so make sure to give out the new version a try. I think that's pretty much it.
Yep. And there's just a few specific fixes in the patch releases. I don't know if we need to talk about it in particular. And this is the last patch release for the 187 line. So now 110 and 1.9 will be the supported releases.
All right, cool. I guess we didn't really have too much time for people to put more open discussion topics. Does anyone have anything they want to bring up or any concerns? Otherwise, oh yeah, go ahead, Ashutosh.
Yeah, I didn't add an agenda, sorry about that. I just wanted to do a comment. Like after this workload identity PR, there are like two more work remaining, and the documentation is also pending. So I'll reach PRs like next week, but I'm planning to like at least do the documentation PR. Like it should be a short documentation, so I'll raise that by tomorrow. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we'll be looking out for that one. And also I'm gonna be putting down a quick agenda items and give me a sec. Okay, cool. So I wanted to talk really quick about ARM64 VM extension updates. So Cecile and I have been working on building and publishing an ARM64 Bootstrap extension, but we ran into some problems with the publishing process. So we are publishing it at the moment and testing it with Azure VMs just without CabZ. I think Dane, you had were able to create like I think images from using CabZ and image builder. And I think once you're like available, you can also try testing the VM extension once we get that all published. So I think that's just an update from our end on the progress for that. It's just slowly being rolled out to all regions. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, sorry, I was out for some time off, and then it's been really busy trying to catch up. So it'll probably be another week or two, but I definitely want to kick the tires on that. Very excited for it.
Yeah, no worries. Like it takes a while to roll everything out, and we'll be trying to make sure everything works first, just using VMs, and then I think getting once that's done, we'll be able to test it with CABZ. So yeah, thank you.
You had also asked about someone had asked about the image builder configs, and like I said, I was out, so I didn't get those to you yet. But do you have working configs, or are you still looking for those?
We're still looking for those. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will try and dig those up.
Cool. Thank you so much. Cecile, did you have anything to add for ARM64 stuff? Or okay, cool.
No, I think you covered it. Thanks.
All right. And okay, I think that's all for that topic. So let's Cecile, take it away.
Thanks. Yeah, Dane remind me of this PR that I wanted to just briefly chat about, but I saw Dane you commented on it this morning, so I think I have my answer. But essentially, you had a PR to add support for network interfaces. And I was hoping to get that into 110, but unfortunately it didn't make it. But I still would like us to get it merged soon so I can be in 111. So my main concern with the PR essentially was like how breaking it was to existing users. And I'll just summarize for everyone else. So essentially, we rely on tags to know if a resource in CABZ is managed or not, which means if it has the tag CABZ manages its lifecycle, which means when we delete the resource, CABZ deletes, or when we delete the cluster, CABZ deletes the resource as well. If the resource is not tagged, then we assume that it's not managed by CABZ. It was a bring your own resource. And so we should not delete that resource because we didn't create it. In the case of network interfaces, we didn't have support for pre-existing network interfaces before, and that's what this PR is doing. And essentially what Dane pointed out is that in a previous release of CABZ, so 1.5.0, the tags were added. So before that, there are no tags. So any resource that has been created before 1.5 would not have those tags. And if the user didn't upgrade to a version that includes, actually, that's something I need to clarify, Dane. Do you know if the user upgrades to 1.5, would they get the tag added to the resource?
No,
No.
because they're only tagged at creation.
I see, and we're not updating.
Correct.
Okay, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because we couldn't update, yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't know if it was created with CABZ or not. Okay. Yes, so essentially the impact of this is that with this PR, any network interface that was created prior to 1.5 will not get deleted by CABZ if I think it's only for bring your own resource group cases, right? Because otherwise we would just delete the entire resource group.
No, it would also apply. Oh, true. Yes, yeah, true.
Yeah, so if the resource group is managed by CABZ, then we just assume everything should get deleted in it, right? Because you can't create a resource in a non-existing resource group.
Yes.
So actually we do get saved a little bit by that, but so it's still kind of an edge case, but still I think worth like making a announcement about. So anyways, just wanted to bring that up. If anyone has concerns about this, right now I'm leaning towards, since this has been around for 5 minor releases already, my understanding at first was that it was introduced in this PR, but that's not the case. So since it has been around for 5 minor releases, and it's only for bring your own resource groups, I think that should be okay. I don't think the impact is big enough that we should block this PR, but if anyone thinks otherwise, please review the PR and comments. Yeah.
Ashutosh?
Cecil, how is Dan? How I remember I had raised PR very long back regarding DNS Jones, which is similar. So I would definitely take a look at this PR. Is how is it different? Like,
I can articulate a little bit of how the impact is different. This is associated to Azure machines. So it is entirely plausible. I could imagine, say, a cluster of 100 machines that is upgraded from CapZ 1.4 dot something to 1.11 dot something. None of those network interfaces associated with any of those Azure machines are going to be tagged. So if then someone rolls their nodes, runs a machine deployment rolling update, all of those network interfaces will be left existing and just kind of orphaned in the cloud. That's I think the main difference. You're not, because something like a zone is more cluster wide as opposed to machine specific.
I see. And also, you're saying that this is tagged only at the time of creation.
Correct.
How are we ensuring that? Because it should be a reconciled creator update.
That's not how the logic works. It's
Okay.
at least how it's written today. Network interfaces are never updated once created.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll look at the PR, then I'll get more contact. So thanks.
Yeah, also just want to add, it's not just because the network interfaces specifically aren't updated, it's also in general, whenever we rely on tags to define ownership, the moment that the resource doesn't have the tag, that means now we need to be not touching it, right? Because we assume it's a bring your own resource. So in this case,
Yeah.
if the network interface didn't have the tag, then there's no way to know if it doesn't have the tag because it was created before 1.5 or because the user wants it to not be managed by CapZ.
Yeah. Makes sense here. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Thanks.
So we could definitely put a release note in that says, make sure if you're going from a release prior to 1.5 to 1.11, and make sure that you tag your network interfaces, that you really all the network interfaces, because they all should be under management, because bring your own wasn't supported back then.
Yeah.
But it is a difficult balance. It shouldn't cause impact other than just potentially leaking some network interfaces.
Yeah. I have written a document like when I did that PR, like how you can make sure that if you want to get the earlier resources managed by CapZ, there are some manual steps. So maybe we can put that in document. It's to the link in the chat. Sorry, I didn't raise my hand. So go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, I think the other thing, Dane, I wrote in the PR about this as well, but I think we could also print a more verbose, like the log that says we're not deleting this because it's not managed. I think that one, at least for now, for a couple of releases, should be always printed, and it should have like a link to the explanation of like, maybe this is not true for you, but this is why. I think that would help. If we do that, I think I'm good with the PR as is.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, cool. If there's nothing else about this topic, I think we can move on to adding things to the milestone, I guess. Yeah, so I think since we just had our 110 release, we can kind of create the new milestone here. Go ahead, Matt.
I jumped the gun a little when I did the release stuff yesterday, so I already created the milestone, and it also looked to me like everything that was in the vNext milestone was stuff that we just fell short of doing. So I moved it all back into so we can clean it up now, but I've already populated this with everything that was in vNext.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we already have everything here. Maybe we can just, I'm not sure what the best use of our time is. Maybe we can just go over this and make sure this is all stuff that's actually being worked on. But I think it's too early to to kind of take stuff out of the milestone. So I'll just scroll through it really quickly, and if anyone has any like issues that they're not gonna work on in the next milestone, I guess we can take it out. Most of these have open PRs, so those are fine, I think. Go ahead, Cecile.
Yeah, that fourth one for the Azure cluster identity. I don't know that anyone's looking at that. That's been open as help wanted for a while, and it was already in the past milestone, and we already kicked it out. So, maybe we shouldn't put it in the milestone preemptively, unless anyone is planning on working on it this milestone.
Yeah, sure. I can probably kick this out, but it's got the help wanted tag, so we'll see if someone picks it up and we can add it back in.
Yeah, sounds good. It's also lower priority. It's more of a logging issue than, or if like it doesn't really
Yeah.
affect functionality much.
Where's the edit milestone thing again? I'm just kind of
Oh, I think you can do it if you do the chat ops command, but you may not have admin permissions on the repo otherwise.
I don't have permission to edit this milestone.
I think if you do /milestone, it will work, right? Or do you
Oh,
have to
that's
be?
right.
I think that might still require permissions.
Oh yeah, maybe. Silly.
You can try, but yeah.
I'll go update it.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I was able to add it from here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh
Does that
wow.
work?
Clear this milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's
I'm able
weird.
to do it from here, but not there. So that's interesting. Let me refresh and see if that. Okay, it works. Oh, it's just reloading a lot. Okay, there we go. So we got a lot of SDK v2s. That's going well. ASO stuff. Yeah, I think this is pretty much all. So if there isn't anything people want to speak up about, we can maybe should we scroll through the issue or PR queue to add stuff to the milestone, or since it's pretty early on, we're not sure yet. Cecile.
It might be worth just doing a quick bug triage, like looking at the I think we have a link in the agenda for bugs specifically. Or we can do that next week also after 110 has been released for a few days, but just early in the milestone cycle, I think it's good to check if there are any pressing bugs that we need to be
Sure.
paying attention to.
Bug triage. I guess we can. I don't think these are sorted in chronological order, so let's go to the main issues tab and see if there's anything pressing. So yeah, I think these issues haven't. Okay, looks like
I'm gonna close this one actually.
Oh, this one? Type of
Yeah.
surgeon. Okay. The Cecile.
The first one is an issue that a user opened at my request after we chatted on Slack back and forth. They're having issues with private clusters, but I can't repro. So I think I just need to look at their logs and figure out what's going on.
Okay,
their
cool.
end.
Should I assign it
You
to
can
you?
assign me. Yeah, you can assign me. Thank you. Ashtosh?
You were talking about this current issue that's on display on screen, so sir.
Sorry, what was that?
Were you talking about this current issue, like cluster
Yeah.
bootstrap stuff?
This one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I mean, at least for private cluster, there's one issue that I've not been able to fix, but I know the issue is due to Azure hairpin. And I don't remember if I filed the issue, but I'll file an issue. So there is an existing issue where at times on private cluster, Azure private cluster, it fails. The health check fails because of an Azure hairpin issue. Because right now there is a hack that is employed. They put something in the host of the node, and there has been a containerd race condition when QADM like bootstrap on the node, and somehow that entry does not get populated on that etc host. And if that happens, it is going to fail. I had fixed this downstream, and then I didn't get a chance. So I'll write up an issue, and that will help us.
Okay, that would be great. Also, if you can check this out, I don't think this is the same thing as this. In this case, it's the CAPI health check that's failing. Like the control plane is not even getting created because it can't see like API server healthy and scheduler healthy. But if you want to check it out and let me know if it seems similar to you or related.
Sure, I'll take a look at that, and yeah, it can happen. Like especially for private cluster, single node doesn't work if that race condition is hit. So it is quite possible that even if you are creating a single node Kubernetes cluster, it won't work.
All right, cool. Thanks for raising the awareness on that. So yeah, I think you said you were going to create an issue about it, so we'll look for that. And also I've added this one to the milestone since your Cecile's taking a look at it. Cool. Okay, this looks like a good first issue. So yeah, Abdur, I don't want to call you out, but I think you were looking for good first issues. So if you want to take a look at this one, it is recently opened, and so make generate is missing. So inside this file, it's missing a doc.go file to generate I think CRDs, or let's see, or types
The
of
mocks.
Okay, this is the mock generator. Okay. So mocks are just a way to test some of our unit tests, and we auto generate like the mock types and stuff with make generate. So this could be a good first issue if you're interested to take a look.
Sure, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, feel free to reach out over Slack if you have questions. So
Okay. So who do I let know if I wanted to get assigned?
so you can just go here and do /assign, and then that's all you need to type in and it'll be assigned to you. But I can't assign you because I don't think you're in the Kubernetes SIGs org, so you just have to assign yourself.
Okay. All right. Wait, now Kubernetes SIG, I am there.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool. If so, let's see.
Can you assign me this issue? You can, right?
Yeah. So what's your GitHub username?
RAZA SHA. I don't think I'm there, am I? Okay. Wait, I'll just put myself in.
Okay, you got it.
Yes, I did. I tried putting myself. I mean, yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if you have issues assigning it to yourself, but yeah, I guess we can move on.
Okay.
I think this one was, I think you assigned it to yours. Or yeah, you're assigned to it. Are you taking a look at this or?
Yeah, I was trying to replicate it. I still haven't gotten a chance to raise a PR for it.
Okay, no worries. Do you expect this to be in 111 or?
Yes.
Okay,
I think it, at this point I'm like, yeah, let's add it.
all right, cool. Yeah, thanks for taking a look at this. It's like this one has two PRs open, so that's already in the milestone. Okay, that one doesn't have any assignees. Also, let me know if it's worth going like through every single one. I'm not sure if that's the best use of our time, but we do have quite a bit of time left. So if there's a better use of our time, please speak up. But I think it's worth it to kind of just go through all these bugs. Stream pool version is optional. Okay. Okay, John, is this something that's still being triaged or figured out, or is there something that's able to be fixed here with a PR?
Yeah, I think that should be fairly straightforward to fix if I'm remembering that correctly.
Okay. Cool, I'll go ahead and can I assign you to this and then add this to the milestone then? Or
I don't know if I'll be able to work on it
oh, okay.
soon.
No worries. But it seems like there's still like some triaging. But yeah, we can just Cecile.
Yeah, is there a clear like summary of what needs to happen on for this issue to be fixed? Because if so, we can mark it as help wanted, but if it's still unclear, then we should definitely keep it like this.
John.
Yeah, I can't remember if I did think there was like a very straightforward way to fix this. So yeah, I don't know if help wanted would be the best for this issue.
Okay. Yeah,
I can take
guess
another look at it too to make that decision or help.
okay, that'll be awesome. I think it'll be good to get a little bit of clarity so this doesn't get forgotten. But yeah, once that's done, I think you can mark it as help wanted, and I'll just move past this for now. And then remember, this one has been looked at, not possible to run CapZ in AWS along with Kappa. And it looks like it's been stale. I think there's a bit of a discussion here that this is how it's supposed to work, but Cecile, if you have any more details.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is from February, but off the top of my head, I think this was an AD pod identity issue specifically. Or not issue, but it was related to the fact that we were using pod identity, which we're moving away from. So I don't know if there's we haven't had any other reports, and I think Anish provided a workaround from what I remember. So I think it's okay to leave it for now since we're focusing on getting to workload identity.
Okay,
In
perfect.
terms of priority, I don't think it's very high.
Yeah, sounds good. Looks like he provided a pretty good like detail and workaround. Alternate location for Helm charts. Should this be like a help wanted, Matt, or
I mean, I don't know if this is really reasonable. It's just that we got blindsided by Tigera changing the location of the charts, and so I put this issue in, but I'm not sure it's really reasonable for us to somehow provide a backup location. Maybe we should close this. What do you guys think?
yeah, so they just changed like where their Helm chart was and then it broke.
They just goofed up and they moved the URL. It didn't provide a redirect, and so it broke our project as well as some other ones for about a day.
Okay.
And so I probably rage entered this issue. But thinking about it now, I'm not sure if there's any really reasonable way for us to provide a backup in that case. So I think I might close it.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna let you go ahead and close it then. I guess you
Yeah.
can put some
That's
back context. Okay, cool. Cavzy creates a VNet subnet while creating an AKS cluster. No way to predict the generated VNet name. Cecile, sorry.
Yeah, this isn't really a bug, it's just this is by design. I don't know that it's really something that we are planning to fix. And yeah, like the comment from Ace indicates there's no other way for us to do it right now unless there's a change on the RP, like on the AKS RP side.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess should we close this, or I've at least let the author know that that this is just by design.
Yeah, I can wrap up that one if you want.
Okay,
I'll go
cool.
check again.
That'd be
Also,
great.
I think we're in the January era now, so it might be good enough for now in terms of bug triaging.
Okay,
I don't know that we need to
go
triage the
all the
bugs
way
from
down.
the
Yeah.
beginning of times. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, I think it was good to do this just to clean up the bug list. But it looks like everything is at least like responded to or worked on. So yeah, that's great. And yeah, I guess we can maybe do a little bit of PR triage, but that's still pretty early on in the milestone. So I think if anyone doesn't have any concerns, we can get 20 minutes back. Any objections? All right, cool. Thanks everyone for coming. And I will go ahead and stop the recording. Let's see.